This week...
Sweetheart, put your head up, come on. Some people sink and some people swim and some people just about manage to keep their head above water.
I don't want my head above water.
I want you to swim.
Yeah.
OK?
It's girls under pressure.
Oh my God, I can't do it! Oh my God!
Best friends Hadika and Safia have grand ambitions.
Look at that. I would like to be the head of the country, like the Prime Minister, and...
But when they fall out at the same time as their exams...
I'm here to something like you. Don't even get me started, yeah?
Their results and futures are put at risk.
Teenage friendships help students get through those really testing, formative years. But when those friendships break down, the consequences can be catastrophic.
Right, first clue. The atomic number of iodine in the periodic table. Who knows? OK, another clue to the same number. It's the number of individual football associations that you can find within UEFA. Come on, these are easy clues. The 16th prime number. It's the racing number of the Volkswagen Beetle in the Herbie films. All right, yes. 53. It's 53, OK? The number of days you've got left at Thornhill Community Academy.
Year 11 is the most urgent year in school. And the countdown's there. They've got exams coming up. They know that some of them are up against it and they've got to perform.
At most, you've got 42 maths or English lessons. That's it. That's your time. But you've got a chance still. We want you all to succeed in your own way. So cling on to that one and do your part of it.
I want every kid that's capable of going to college to go to college. I want every kid that's capable of going to university, going to university. I want every kid that's capable of a successful career, whatever that career might be, to get that.
I want to be a fashion journalist. I know it's quite a hard industry to get into, so like my backup's law.
I want to become an actor and it's my life's dream. It's either that or a singer or a fireman.
A midwife. I want to take people's babies out.
I want to go in the RAF regiment as a gunner.
A mechanic.
I just want to be an electrician. Mum says it's good pay. And I like electrical stuff too.
I want to become a pharmacist.
Beatboxing.
PE teacher.
Probably what my dad does. I don't even know what my dad does.
Fire exits are the front of the cabin and behind the cabin. If in the case of an emergency, you get this mask and you put it around your head.
Year 11 student Safia has never had any doubts about what she wants to do.
And you breathe gently, like you normally would.
The main goal of my life is to becoming an air hostess.
In case of an emergency, once you've done all of that, then we will direct you on how to get off this aircraft.
I never even had a backup plan or anything, so if I become it, it'd be like a dream come true, really.
As you're hitting towards the ground, pull your parachute off.
Parachute?
And then we shall release the, what's it called? Slide? The slide of the plane, and then you just go on it, step back, and then just flow all the way down to the sea.
It means the world to her. You know, that is all she wants to do. She's very focused on that and would be hugely disappointed if she didn't get it. Which airline would you like
Emirates.
to work? Emirates?
Oh, thank goodness for that.
Why?
We can't afford to travel.
We could never go on Emirates.
Class.
My word.
OK. Good for your tuition.
Thank you, Mrs. Crowley. See you later.
Bye.
Safia's determined to go to college to train. But to get in, she'll need to get a C in her English exam.
These GCSEs at the moment are very hard, so that's like kind of making me struggle. My whole future, right, depends on them grades.
You know, like, I remember when she didn't hardly speak much at all.
She's fantastic.
And to be honest, she was quite a shy girl.
Yes, she was. But
Very shy.
She's certainly got over that.
Oh, yes, she
Yes, she
has.
has.
I like this one. Listen to you.
Safia's best friend is Hadika.
So good, isn't it?
Hadika moved north from London and started at Thornhill 10 months ago.
From the first day, we had that type of a bond already. Even though we didn't know each other, there was still a spark in between us. And
you talk so professionally, man.
You don't usually
compliments. Don't give him one the
You don't usually get that spark between somebody you don't even know yet.
In school, and particularly in year 11, their friendships are perhaps the most important thing to them because they can't get through school without their friends.
First of all, you start correcting your spelling on Facebook, my God. Okay?
Those friendships can be very intense, which is absolutely fantastic, as long as everyone's getting along.
Stop laughing. L-A-U-G-H.
G-H-I-N-G. And how you spell it?
Remember, in the exam, take it slow, okay?
The teacher said we come as a pair. Chucker brothers too.
Brothers too.
The other thing is... Oh, yeah. There you go. I'm listening to myself.
They're the two kids that you would never put together. If you knew them individually for any length of time, you'd think, name two kids that won't be friends with each other. You'd pick them out straight away from a lineup.
Oh my God, she's already killed me.
You've got Safia who's the life and soul, like a lit fuse. Loud as you like, lovable loud. She enjoys school, but she struggles academically.
I need a C, and I was like, I'm working on a C, and they got that you need a C.
I'm going to show you one of my favourite quotes, okay? So look at this. Once you learn to read, you will be forever free.
And then Hadika's bright and articulate and, you know, quite forceful. You'd expect top grades.
Hadika, I know you're dying to tell me, but can I pick a few people?
Can I My dad, he studies a lot. He's a barrister. He says that, you know, education is really, really important.
Reading exercises the mind, and as you exercise the mind, you gradually increase your memory as well.
We're competing against my cousins in Pakistan. They're all A's and A-star students. And my cousin, he got 7 A's. He's gone to Germany on a scholarship.
There's a quote, knowledge is power. And also in many religions it states, in Arabic, that Rabbi Zidni Ilma, it means God give me knowledge.
Hadika?
Yeah.
Hadika is on the school parliament, and like Safia, she has lofty ambitions.
Mr. Mitchell is the head of the school, and I would like to be the head of the country, like the Prime Minister. And people see me as Benazir Bhutto, Part 2. I want to learn how Mr. Mitchell controls the school, so then I can apply that in my future.
Bailey?
Where do you learn all these words from?
What words does she use?
No, some words that she comes out of and some stuff.
It's because it's probably words like it that are pronounced properly, rather than it.
For her, it's easier because she's clever and stuff.
No, it's not.
And she's getting A's and stuff, and for me, getting that C is a big achievement.
Exams are fast approaching for the Year 11s. For Safia, it's crunch time. She needs to move her English grade from an E to a C.
When it comes to speaking, I'm alright, and listening, I'm alright, and it's just like, you know, the writing bit. I try, and it's still not how it's supposed to be, and it's like, what am I doing that is wrong? Come in.
Anxious about the C she needs to get on her course, Safia seeks out Head of Year Mrs Crowther and her English teacher Miss Uren.
I feel scared. This is like the most stressed out I've ever been. Proper getting to me.
You especially, you panic, and we need to somehow get rid of all this stress that you've got on, because the more stressed you are, the more you panic, the worse you're going to perform.
Problem is with Safia, she writes like she speaks. The dialect that she uses. The end of every sentence has got an in it, and every paragraph's got 30 ands in it. And then this happened, and then this happened, and then this happened, and then this, and that's how she writes.
Because you've never felt those pressures before, you don't quite know how to deal with them. You know, it's new, it's a new thing for you.
Come on.
Oh, slow. Don't be getting yourself upset. What sticks in my mind about Safia, remember this. Remember in Year 7 at Christmas, and you went up on the stage and you won the dancing competition, and I thought, you know what, that girl has got some guts, because that... So, stop it, because you That's what, every time I see you, I see that little girl in year 7 coming and didn't care what anybody else thought, that you were going to do it. And you will do. Stop crying, you mangy bugger. Come on, listen. You will. Come on.
All right, Sophia. Keep smiling.
I will. Thank you, miss.
No worries.
No more crying then. No more
You know
crying.
where we are.
In realistic terms, getting it in June is
still a bit.
It's pushing it. Do you know what I mean?
She's not capable.
At the minute, no. I will do everything I can to help her get there, but it's touch and go.
Maxie, what you got?
Got Quavers, Doritos, Snicker, Mars, and Buenos, but I've got white Buenos as well.
Max, how much is Squares bars?
50p.
Have them.
It's lunchtime, and Hadika is reciting her midday prayers.
My mum's English and my dad's Pakistani. So it's like 2 different countries mixed together.
Hadika's family have moved around a lot because of the demands of her dad's job.
This is the 8th school I've been to in my life. I feel good after praying once. I feel very good.
This was okay.
You have to adjust, you have to make new friends. You can't build your life up. It just like each time you have to start again and again and again.
Bye, see you later.
I'm so hungry. Oh my God. When you're new, you think, oh, where do I sit for lunch? That's the most important thing you think about.
You sit next to Nabila, I'll sit next to Hadra.
These wedges are quite alright.
When Hadika arrived at this school, she didn't have nobody. And I was like, maybe if I be there for her, she'll know that she's got a support there in it. And then she can turn to me if she needs me.
Move up, please.
Some of Safia's friends have found it harder to accept a newcomer into their group.
What's just that here for?
I don't know what it is, the group, they just didn't like me at all. And from the start, it's been like that.
Sophia, her face pisses me off there.
It was really hard for me because I was mates with them and I was starting to get close to her. And then I was like, why can't all of you just be mates?
Hadika's a very bright girl. She's a very pretty girl. She speaks a little bit differently than what we do. You've got friendship groups that are going back to junior and infant school that are very, very strong. So straight away there will have been some issues for her.
Worried that Hadika's difficulty fitting in is starting to affect her schoolwork, Head of Year Mrs Crowther calls her in for a catch-up.
I just wanted a quick word with you because I just wanted to make sure everything was all right.
I'm fine. I am, I'm totally fine.
So now I know that it isn't. Because, unfortunately, Hadika, you can't lie for toffee. So come on, let's have it.
I don't know, just them girls are giving me trouble.
Is it basically they're making you feel really uncomfortable?
Yeah.
Right.
It's completely fine unless I've been coping for 3 weeks.
Well, I don't think you have you?
I have been hiding in the toilets a lot.
Exactly. At the end of the day, Hadika, you literally have got, a few months left in school.
Yeah.
And I don't want you hiding in toilets and getting upset about it. So, can you leave this with me?
Yeah.
I need to have a few words with a few people. All right, Hadika. And leave that with me, all right?
Whenever we notice that there have been changes in a student's personality, it's absolutely essential that we dig down a little bit deeper and find out what it is that's troubling that child. Kids need to feel loved, professionally and humanely. And I am blessed, as a head, to be able to say I've certainly got 5 year leaders who know their jobs really well, they know their kids really well, and their situations, and they can act accordingly. And they can put the right things in place to make sure that everybody's looked after.
Can I speak with you, please?
Mrs. Crowther is trying to address the problems with Hadika. She takes aside 2 of Safia's friends.
Right, girls. Hadika hasn't come to me, but I've picked her up myself this morning. Hadika is particularly sensitive, and she thinks that there's perhaps a few looks here and there.
You don't say anything to Hadika?
Listen, these are my words of advice. What we need to concentrate on in school is your education, not this silly, catty, girly falling out. She's looking at me and she said this and she said that. Can we stop being the mean girls?
Girls will fall out. And it is part of growing up. You know, they're learning how to deal with situations.
You know I trust you. If it is happening, just keep on top of it for me. Thank you.
I would like to say that I would go a year without having to deal with friendship issues, but that's not going to happen. Oh, it's on a Tuesday as well.
There's a lot of pressure on you in an exam. There's a lot of expectation, but you have had the best teacher.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding.
Do we have to remember all this book for the exam?
Not all of it. I'm not expecting you to remember all of it. But if you do it enough times, some of it will stick.
No, that's not going to work.
I'm getting an increasing number of young ladies in Year 11 coming to see me, panicking about their exams.
Things are getting tough, they're feeling the pressure.
Miss, I need help. The way I'm working now and stuff, what grade do you think I'm probably going to get?
You're going to struggle to get that C. Oh, but I think it's a lot more realistic now, Safia, than it was.
While most of Year 11 have their minds on exams, Hadika's becoming more disengaged. Mr. Burton has found out that she wants to resign from the school parliament.
Hadika! How you doing? What's this all about, you clown? You are one of my most valued members of my Academy Parliament. You are bright, you are articulate, and you are very good at speaking your mind. And you're opinionated. Do you argue any of those points? Are you going to argue against me at those points? No, you're not, because you're brilliant. Have a seat and have a chat if you want. What happened? What prompted you to do this?
I was just having a really, really bad day yesterday. I just felt the lowest of the lows ever.
Look, Hadika, honestly, if I didn't have you in that group, I'd struggle. And you are the next female Prime Minister. And I'm not even going to entertain the prospect of you not having that, OK?
It's 6 days since Hadika's chat with Mrs. Crowther. She hasn't been in school since, after finding out her nan passed away. On top of this, there are rumours across Year 11 of a fallout between her and Safia. Someone has called Safia's house and spread upsetting gossip.
3 weeks to go before your exam.
Apparently, Safia's dad told him that she talks to lives on Facebook. She's denying it, but I don't know what's true or not.
I was kicking off. I was like, I'm not taking any of this. I was like, what a bitch she is, like, to say stuff about me like that.
I said, I didn't do that. I'm your best friend. Why would I do that? Why would I get you in trouble? We keep each other out of trouble. And then she goes, no, you did, didn't you? Everybody's told me you did it. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that to my worst enemy.
To most people, Facebook's a part of teenage life. It's acceptable and everybody does it. But in certain cultures, it's not seen in the same light.
Right, use as much time as you can to revise.
It's form time, and Safia's refusing to talk to Hadika.
What have you got?
Big bottles of merch and some cheese and onions.
I know that. Thank you.
Hang on, were you about to deal her some chewing gum? Oh, you are so obvious. Safia, you're not going to make a master criminal ever.
Safia, why do you think I did it?
Listen, yeah, if you got something to say, next time say it to my face. Yeah.
I haven't even done anything.
Yeah, it was you. That's why my mum said it sounded like you. Don't even get me started, yeah?
Well, she's the one that started it.
Safia, what did you say?
I did not start anything!
Hadika has stormed out of form time. She's been accused of making a spiteful phone call to Safia's house. Their tutor, Miss Wood, heads straight to Mrs. Crowther's office for help.
Hadika's tried to speak to Safia to say that it wasn't her. Safia's having none of it, so Hadika's had to stop, thrown a table over and walked out, so I don't know where she is now.
Hadika? Come on. What's the matter, Hadika? Well, there clearly something is, because for you to throw a table over...
Can I have a tissue, please?
Of course you can. Come on, what's going on?
And they've said, oh, I've called her home and I've got her in deep trouble, and now they're blaming me for it. I didn't even know. Safia, all of them. Do they have no mercy? My nan's just died.
And that's why you've been off, isn't it? So you've only just come back today.
Just bear with me a second. I'm just going to speak with Safia.
So somebody's phoned Safia's house and said what?
It's just, I don't even know what they've said. But I swear, if Safia's in here, that anger. Oh.
What's going on with you and Hadika?
You just having a go at me for like nothing.
Yeah, well, she said that you've been saying something about her phoning home.
Oh, yeah. Apparently, yeah. I don't know if this is true or not, yeah, but, you know, she said something to my brother or someone. Next time, just don't say anything to me. And she threw the table and came to you.
Yeah.
Listen, if I don't want to be mates with her...
No, you don't have to be friends with her.
I don't want to be friends with her. It's a big thing, even if a little rumour goes around, if it gets passed on, like... To your sister, to your cousins, to your brother, to your auntie, to your uncle, to your mum, to your dad. It's like the breaking news that goes on, and it's like, oh, it's like one little thing which isn't even true, which gets passed around. That's just wrong.
There's a lot more going off than this.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
A lot more going off than this. She's been down because her grandma's died. That's why she hasn't been here. I know, and that's the problem, isn't it? Yeah. So she's having to try and deal with that, and then she's got all these girls against her as well.
I'm not against her or anything.
Right, well, let's go next game. Be a little bit sensitive, will you, please?
She is coming in, is Safia now. So you just come here, sit here.
Right, Safia, sit down, please. Right, Hadika's really upset because she thinks she's being blamed for something that she hasn't done. She has tried to speak to you.
You didn't even give me a chance to tell you anything.
Yeah, that's why you were shouting at me in form.
I wasn't shouting anything at you in form.
Yeah, that's why you stood up and said, oh, if you got anything to say it to my face.
That's all I said later on, yeah.
Hadika, for the last 3 days, has been in Reading because her grandma's died, OK? She's come back today
I didn't even mean to upset her or anything.
No, you might not have meant to, but she's very sensitive at the moment, which she's going to be, isn't she?
Miss, can I just tell her? I'm sorry to hear that your grandma passed away. I actually am. Like, obviously, I'm gonna be upset about that, innit, yeah? And then, Dika, you know, the only thing is, no one can force me to be a mate or anything, yeah? And I don't want to be mates with you, alright?
That's not the issue, right? You don't have to be friends, but you don't have to be unpleasant either.
I'm not gonna be unpleasant to you.
Were you friends before?
Yeah.
Were you more than just friends? Were you like best friends? Were you good friends?
Yeah. She was a good friend, you were, Dika, yeah? And then I'm stuck in the middle between her and them lot, because like, them lot been my friends since like junior school, and I know them proper well and everything, and they proper hate each other, and then I'm in the middle, I don't want to go there or there, innit?
You've got to make your own decision.
Yeah.
Not be influenced by other people.
Can I have some time to think?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea, because you've got to make your own decision. But I'm not having her put in a position when she's come back from a bereavement to have to deal with this as well. This is just nasty girly.
I didn't even mean to upset her.
All right, thank you. Okay, thank you. Hadika, you know, we'll support you as much as we can. You pull yourself together. When you're ready, go.
I'm not bothered if I don't have anybody, you know.
Well, yeah, it's not as easy as that, though, sometimes. All right. When you're ready, go and get your stuff.
When friendships break down during year 11, the effects can be a lot more damaging than they can lower down the school, because it can throw a kid completely off kilter. And it can have a damaging effect on their academic progress and create additional problems that most students of that age can well do without.
Wait, I'm waiting for Sophie to come. I'm saving this place for her.
I am eating since Sunday, my trousers and ever so slack. I haven't got an appetite. I mean, I'm not knocking it, because it's the best part of being ill.
After the argument with Hadika that morning, Safia's having second thoughts about who might have made the phone call.
Can I talk to you for a second?
Of course you can. What's the matter?
Could I go there and tell you everyone's looking at me?
Miss, I won't be a minute.
You know that matter of someone ringing my brother or saying stuff about me, that's been sorted out, wasn't Hadika?
It wasn't Hadika.
It wasn't Hadika.
Right. Can you understand how Hadika would feel to have that accusation made against her?
Yeah, because then everyone thought it was her, because do you see where they're coming from as well and stuff? You know what Hadika went and did? She goes to me that, I shouldn't have accused her in the first place. Now that I want to sort everything out, she's going to be mates with me, miss, but I tried, and she threw it back in my face.
So you've tried?
Yeah.
You tried to put things right?
And she's there now.
Well, you know, it is the fact that...
It's the thought that counted. I put the effort in, got thrown back in my face, so there's not much I can do now. I did try, miss.
Okay.
Miss, could you tell them to stop coming up to me?
Oh, miss!
What's this about now, then?
I don't know.
Do you know what? These girls...
What's up?
Ryan? I heard about what happened in your classroom.
I flipped the table. It made me go so angry, and that Safia had even believed that it was me, that she could even believe that I did that. I just thought, oh, trust us off, that's it, we're done.
I have never, ever had year 11 girls like this.
Have you not?
No, never as bad as this.
Sign of things to come, I'm afraid.
Hadika and this group of girls is just getting way out of hand.
Hadika against this group of girls.
And them against her.
She's talking about me to him.
So Hadika in a lesson this morning, in form this morning, has upturned a table. Right?
Yeah, she's not perfect, you know, Hadika. And she is a bit of a drama queen, but it's part of a charm, really.
Everybody knows not to mess with my anger. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to face them right now, and I'm going to tell them, back off.
She's not coming to talk to me of late.
No, but
She's been talking to me all the time, and now she's stopped.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what? I'm going to bite the bullet. I'm going to go and find her and ask to speak to her, and I'm just going to sit her down and have a chat.
Look, first of all, back off. It wasn't me who called her. I haven't slagged her off or anything. I wouldn't do that. She's Safia. She was my mate. So I'd appreciate it if you don't accuse me of stuff like that. No. If you're going to ignore me like this, and I had the decency to come over here and say it.
Adika. It's about time we had a little chat. I haven't seen you for a little while. This way. Come on. Tissues are there.
Don't need them.
Are you sure?
Sure.
Ooh, you look like you've got the weight of the world on your shoulders. What's up?
It's nothing.
It's not nothing. You're getting angry and you're getting upset. Aren't you? Anybody who is anybody can level the accusation at modern schools that they pander to the whims of kids and that they treat them with kid gloves and wrap them in cotton wool. Well, yes, we do to an extent, but I don't think there's anything wrong with that at all, because society doesn't.
Sir, it's not nice and
No,
I
no,
went and
hang on.
confronted them, and they just like...
Just let me talk,
They
Adika.
all turned round.
Adika.
I felt like slapping them.
Adika, listen to me, love.
I had the decency to go up to them and say, you know what, just don't get me involved in this. Fine, you want to take her away from me. You do that. I'm not bothered. I will ignore. They all just turned around. I wanted to, oh my gosh, I've got them in my next lesson and I'm going to rip one of their...
No, you're not.
Oh.
No, you're not.
I just want to go and strangle them.
So already you're going to strangle one of them. You're going to give one of them a really big backhander. Okay.
I don't know.
But it's all talk, and it's going to stay that way. What I don't want you to do is to lose your temper like you did this morning and flip your table and end up hurting someone.
Oh.
Which is more like Hadika.
You don't expect a teacher to be that nice with you, but it reassures me, and it's just like he makes me laugh, and so then I don't cry.
So what happened then?
I didn't want to get involved, so I just did a 90-degree angle. I just turned it out. I didn't want to get involved with anything.
Did she come to try and sort it out, do you think?
That's been clarified now as well.
All right.
We didn't say anything.
Thank you.
So how do you deal with anger?
Oh. In many ways. Sometimes I have a right good shout.
Yeah.
I have been known to do that on occasions. Not here, but I've been known to... So you've learned to switch it on and off a little bit, and there's those coping mechanisms that you have to develop.
Hmm.
It would be nice, wouldn't it, just to have a nice straightforward life where you could come to school, just do what you're supposed to do, go home, have a really happy time.
Some people
Relax,
are
enjoy,
blessed
socialise.
with a life.
Yes, they are, and some people aren't, and that's just the way the world is, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
So you learn about general ignorance.
What?
Read that. Just got a couple of things to do.
Ignorance.
It's good book. Kids are more vulnerable. Society's made them more vulnerable, and it's partly school's responsibility to make them less vulnerable, and we need to support them. We can still prepare them for their lives leaving here, but we need to make them feel valued, and we need to make them feel full of worth.
It's 3 weeks since Hadika and Safia fell out. Although things have settled down, they're still barely talking.
Safia! Safia!
Hadika! Hello. I'm off maths. Guess what I was doing? What? Revising for the first time in school history I've ever revised.
Safia has other things on her mind. She's studying hard to get the C she needs to get on her cabin crew course.
There was a world war going on. What was happening with the soldiers?
People were having shell socks in it. Cell shocks.
Cell shocks? Shell shock.
Shell shock,
What does
innit?
that mean?
That's like when you're in shock of something.
Right.
Like, because your best friend's died in it. And like.
So you mean like post-traumatic stress?
Yeah.
Good. So.
Miss, I think you're a proper good teacher.
Oh, thanks, Sophia.
That's all
Right, can you see this?
Yeah.
She might just do it. She might just get a C. It's still going to be hard. Right up until that last minute, the night before, she is going to have to work her socks off. So,
you need these C's.
Yeah, we've got today,
Very,
we've got tomorrow,
very
and that's
important.
it.
Don't talk to me today.
I'm going to keep my fingers crossed, I'm going to keep my toes crossed, I'm going to pray, I'm going to... Oh, please, I've been mortified. I'll be good for her. If she doesn't get that, I will be absolutely gutted because nobody deserves it more because nobody could have worked harder.
Alongside good grades, Safia needs to impress at her college interview. To improve her chances, Mr. Mitchell has agreed to write her a personal reference.
Hello.
Guess what? Morning. Thank you so
Fine
much
and
for
dandy.
this.
No worries.
Oh, my I'm proper scared,
Oh,
you
my
know.
days.
I've got butterflies
Calm
now.
down. Calm down.
calm.
Just take it easy.
I'm wearing a blazer, I'm wearing a dress, leggings and a nice pair of shoes.
Dress and leggings and a blazer.
Yeah,
Are you
blazer.
wearing everything that you've got all in one go?
No. Like, it goes together, doesn't it?
I'm sure it does go together.
New style.
I mean, obviously I know a lot about fashion.
Yeah, you do, innit?
Yeah,
Head teacher.
clearly,
Yeah,
yeah.
clearly you do.
Listen, good luck, lovely. All right.
Thank you.
Just make sure that what's unique about you shines through.
So I
Good luck.
shall see you later.
Go on.
Thank you.
See you
Bye.
See, the thing about the toning sticks is they rattle. So you actually think you're shucking maracas if you're going like that. And that... can't even do it. But they're easy because they're long sticks.
Yeah.
With
And
foam.
what do you do with them?
It's called Zumba Fitness. They're like maracas. You go like this. But you're dancing all the time, you don't realise what you're doing. Then sometimes you get them both in one hand and sort of... But you're doing all movements. Oh, bloody laugh, sit down.
Sit down. Come on.
Although things are getting back on track for Hadika and Safia, Mrs. Crowther is still keeping her eye on their friendship and calls them to her office.
The reason I've brought you in is because we had a bit of an issue between you two, and I just want to know where we're at with that.
We do say hi and stuff, innit? Because like you know do. When we talk, you know do.
Yeah, when there's nobody else around.
Don't be worried what other people might say. You clearly want to speak to Hadika, because you are doing.
Yeah.
You know, I'm glad you've resolved it to a certain extent. You've moved it along in a mature and adult way, and at least now you are speaking with each other. And that's really, really good. Hadika, of course, at this moment in time is not speaking to anybody because she has got such a big sweet in her mouth that she can't.
It's nicer.
When is it 2 o'clock?
Oh, yes, you've got your interview.
Where? In Leeds.
Sick. Good luck.
Thank you.
She'll do fine. Me and Hadika wish you all the best.
Oh, thanks.
You've got a lot to offer, so go and get them. Right, you two are both up in. Do you want to both go together and you can have a
Miss, I'm just gonna go out at 2, yeah?
Good morning. Hiya. You've left me some chocolate cake. Where? You didn't. You got me hopes up. Thanks, mate.
It's the morning after Safia's college interview, and she's in form time with Hadika.
Miss? Safia didn't get in. Didn't she? No. Okay. Safia, it's okay.
Keep it tight, please.
I'll say this. I have done it. The second one's about land services at Primark. I've done Primark. The fourth one's about
Yes, I did.
You did? Oh, I can't believe that! I'm going to kill you!
I got in there!
Oh, that's fabulous!
That's so good, isn't it? Oh.
How did it go?
I know, well, good.
Tell you it's there and then.
Yeah. It goes to me. I've got a place in it. Yeah, and my result. And my result's gonna come out in 8 days.
Fabulous. So you got a place?
Yeah.
But my reference.
Yeah, we got it.
My reference.
I'm not even joking.
Safia now just needs to get the right grades in her summer exams to ensure her place on the course. After the good news about Safia's interview, other things are improving as well.
You don't really know how we got back together. We're just like magnets. I don't know, we just came together again.
You know what? I'm not going to be able to fight with you anymore.
Same here.
I can't do it. Come on.
I can't hold a grudge. It's like, for a minute I have a strop and a fit, and it's like, 2 seconds later I'll be talking again.
That's old. We need a picture together.
What's the point? Just keep your gob shut, leave it, forget it, just move on. You got lessons to go to. No, don't you dare, don't you dare.
If there's love in the start, obviously there's going to be love in the end. It doesn't die. If you just have to... She just has to get her eyes back together. Stop laughing.
Your sayings, man.
Yeah, come on. Let's take a nice one together, proper nice one.
We're not here to say to them, right, kiss and make up. We wouldn't force on them a friendship. You can't.
Look at that. Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
We try and open lines of communication and try and find a way forward and try and find what they actually do want, which generally is to be friends.
Come here. Look at that.
Who knows if that phone call even happened? You know, it was something that was thrown into the fray. It might have just been an off-the-cuff comment made by somebody, and I doubt we'll ever find out who was responsible for that, if anybody.
Slowly, everything started to get better. People started to see the real me. People started to accept me.
Safia! Should I wear my heels, like, with my dress, my grey dress? When I was in my previous schools, I never felt I was a part of something, but here at Thornhill, I think I am a part of this school.
Fire exits are the front of the cabin. Behind the cabin, your seatbelts are put on like this, through one clip out of the other, and you tighten it up.
Next time.
Oi! What?
Year 9, the year when hormones and bad behaviour collide.
Boys. Periods.
Year 9, the vacuum between childhood and young adulthood.
Right, year 9. Shut up, line up.
And it's down to head of year Mr. Moses to get them through.
This is bedlam. It's like being a parent, really, but I've got like 270 of them. Unless your mum rings me.
That's what you feel.
Because you missed. That's what I think. Okay, right, I've had enough.